What's going on, people? Not for the radio, NFTR. Myself, Dwayne Jones, Shams, Posty in the building. All right, so we've got a UFC fighter sat in the studio. It's not even a studio, is it?
It's a little room.
It's just a room, but it's all good. It's our studio. We've got Jimmy Manuwa in the building. What's happening?
Sports
all good, man.
So first sports star.
Yeah, first athlete.
Yeah, first athlete.
First athlete.
Thanks, I'm honoured.
All right, so we've seen you knocking out guys in Cage Rage for some years now. You've done the UFC thing, but how did you get into fighting? What was it? I mean, was it something that, you know, in school you were fighting people a lot, or was it something you developed later on in life? Why did you become a fighter?
I think I've always been, as a kid and everything, I've always been active and into fighting, and not into fighting, but rough as a kid sort of thing. Do you get me? So like, I think when I first saw UFC, I was like immediately drawn to it and that, and
what
like, even as a kid, like Mike Tyson was my hero. I was always like the tough guys and all that sort of stuff and all that. So, you know, that was it. So when I saw MMA and everything, that was it.
Why MMA and not? Why didn't boxing take your attention like that?
You know, do you know what it did? It did, but not because when I was like 15 and I walked into a boxing gym, I did one session. I was sick and everything because I was smoking and stuff like that as a kid and everything. So like, I didn't really like the training. So if I went like 2 or 3 times. I didn't really like the training. It's too hard and everything. I just wanted to fight and that. So you know, I think like, and then later on in life, I think my friend started fighting, and then at the time I was into like weights and stuff, and I was doing other stuff and everything, and then like I had an injury, and then I couldn't push weights after the injury and that. Then I started training MMA.
So when you got into the MMA, I heard you was quite the champ in that division.
in Cage Rage?
Yeah.
Like quickly, I got a name for myself, sort of thing, because I was just like raw and powerful. I was knocking out everybody and everything. And within like 4 or 5 fights, I was a champion, and that. So yeah.
And I went to one of your fights at the Troxy, and it was like, I just went to text someone and the fight was just done, like so quickly, like. So you was definitely like tucking in guys. You had a Gigs walk you into the ring for that one. Why Gigs?
He's at the time he's like my favorite rapper at the time. I just like started hearing about him and everything, and that was it. He was just talking pure crud, and that which I liked. So yeah,
okay.
That was it.
Where are you from in London?
South London.
Yeah. So talk to us about your how you was growing up, just a little bit more in depth. Like you said, you was a bit naughty, getting into fights, being a bit rough.
Was it you starting the trouble, or was it coming your way?
Trouble come my way and everything. Like, come my way. I don't know. But I wouldn't say it was rough. It was just I got into trouble. Just like not most, but like a lot of kids get into trouble and stuff. And that was it. I wasn't like anything special or nothing. And that was it really.
And how many people from London have actually made it to the UFC and that, like, to the degree that you have?
I'm not sure. Not
It's
a
not
lot.
that much
Not a
of a
lot.
regularity, is it?
I think.
Are you the
from
first black man
London.
in the UFC from London? Is what I'm asking. In that.
I think so.
To that degree.
I think
You were,
so.
aren't you?
I think so. Yeah.
To talk to us about your.
I think maybe in all maybe 3. I can think of 2, maybe 3, maybe 1 I can't think of.
So alright, so as a viewer, it's all very well and good just watching 2 people fight, but let's talk about like the mind state of when you're actually getting into the ring, like it's really gonna go down. Like, what does that feel like? Is there any worry that you're gonna proper injure yourself, like this person's gonna fuck you up, or you're gonna fuck them up?
Listen, at the end of the day, if you're not worried a little bit, then there's something wrong with you. But at the end of the day, you gotta have confidence in yourself, and to be a proper fighter, you gotta have that confidence that you're gonna win and everything. There's no point going into a fight thinking, oh, I might lose or whatever. There's always at the back of your mind, you know it could happen and everything, but you can't go in there thinking that.
What's the easiest fight you've had?
Were you surprised and you was like, rah?
It's like, yeah, I really done it well over there.
Easiest fight, I don't know. They're all hard. Do you know what? It's not always the fighting what's the easiest, the training to get to the fight. Everyone thinks you just turn up and fight. It's not like that. It's months of training and preparation. That's the hardest part. The fights, all of the fights are the easiest part.
No, but don't be afraid to say, like, not in a disrespectful way, but who was like
The easiest.
who?
There's one. There's one called Nick Chapman. He was probably the quickest that I dealt with him in the first round, and that was meant to be my hardest fight at the time, and I've done him quick.
How deep is the animosity that you've had with one of your fighters? Like that one of your fights that you like, has it ever got to that point where you really want to fight this person?
None.
No.
I don't take it personal.
What do you
That's
do it
business.
for? Do you
It's
do it
business.
to be the best, or do you do it for the money?
I do everything to be the best. Everything. That's why I get up in the morning. That's why I do what I do to be the best. And I think that should go for anything that anyone does.
Yeah.
You get me? You're a talk show host where you want to be the best at it. You don't just want to be any. You get me?
No, actually, man,
That's
kind
kind
of website as well.
Yeah, you want to be the best at that, though, innit? Yeah. So.
Do you think you make the money that you deserve as fighters?
It's not as good as it looks, and that's why most of the fighters fall off and everything. You can't. If you're not smart and everything, you can't make a living out of it. No.
Okay.
What, in the UFC?
Definitely. Even in the UFC.
Really?
Yeah. Even in the UFC. I don't think I'm allowed to say no figures or nothing, but it's not as. It's only at the top level is it really good and everything. The medium, yeah, is alright, but when you're down the bottom coming in, you can't make a living off it.
And what level are you at the moment, do you feel?
I feel I'm close to the top. I'm ranked.
What is
I'm
it?
ranked. I'm ranked 8th in the world.
Yeah.
And it will take me 2 more fights. Maybe this year I can get back to title contention.
Was that before or after your injury? Because you recently had an injury, didn't you?
Yeah, I was meant to fight on the London card. UFC's coming to London February 27th. I was meant to be fighting on that card, and I got injured roughly about a month ago, training for that fight, and then I just had surgery to fix it, and then I'll be hoping to fight in May time-ish.
How good is Conor McGregor, would you say? What's your opinions on him? Because I feel like everyone's really talking about him at the moment, for obvious reasons.
I'm a fan of his. He's a great guy, and he's a phenomenal fighter. Definitely backs his talking now. He's fastly becoming one of my favourite fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So just a bit on your injury. Obviously, you're fighting. You've trained a long time for something quite major. UFC's come to London, and then you sustain your injury. How does that make you feel?
Pissed because my last fight was my second loss in my whole career, and I wanted to come and knock someone out in my hometown, and that. So when that happened in training, I was pissed. But do you know what? Nowadays I don't really dwell on, get pissed about things for too long, and that is what it is. And now I'll just crack on and fight again in May.
Are you a fan? Sorry, Shams.
It's alright. So I see that you're a family man, and I don't know much about the fighting realm. I've done a bit of research because we was having you on, but I watched a film the other day. I'm going to get slated in the YouTube comments down there. No, it wasn't called Creed. I can't remember what it's called, but
it was Creed.
It wasn't called Creed. It was an older film. I was on Netflix. So I was backtracking.
Creed's a
it was
film,
a fighting one, and
the one with Tom Hardy.
just please,
Sorry.
just. So basically, the kind of narrative was about the family, the wife not wanting the guy to fight. So how does your partner find you fighting or coming home with an injury?
Everyone, my whole family's supportive of what I do.
Because that's like would be my scariest thing. Like I'm gonna go there and someone might hit my boyfriend. Very stressful.
No. Everyone believes. Everyone's got faith in me and everything. There's no worry there.
Do you let your kids watch it?
Yeah, they watch it. I don't let them come.
Oh, you don't let them come,
I
do
haven't
they?
let them come now.
They watch
Not
it.
yet.
They've watched it live, or
I probably would have let them come to the London one, but it's not happening.
why? You just
No, because I'm injured.
'Cause he's
and
injured.
Okay.
But you actually got quite a good opportunity off the back of that, isn't it? You were writing the commentary for one of the big tabloids.
I'm doing for the Mirror, writing a blog for the Mirror, and that about the whole event and everything leading up to it and that.
Are you a fan of boxing?
Yeah, very much,
Big fan.
definitely.
You're friends
So-
with Dylan White,
Yeah,
right?
Dylan's my
What
good
did
my
you
good
think-
friend.
What did you Okay, so was you in his corner
Yeah,
doing that?
yeah, we all walked out together and that.
Oh, you're that tight.
Yeah,
So
he's
what
my,
did you
my
think of your
good
fight?
friend.
What was your take on it?
On his fight,
Yeah.
he did a lot of things wrong, what he shouldn't have, and plus he got injured in the second round, I believe, and I think he proved a lot of people wrong, but still it's a loss. Do you get me? And he made a lot of mistakes, but he did a lot better than everyone thought he would.
Did you think he could win?
Of course,
He
of course,
reminds
he
me
could
of,
win. He could win.
What? Okay.
He reminds me of you know, like obviously when you watch the American fighters like Mayweather and those kind of people, like and Adrian Broner,
Mhm.
they talk very cruddy, like they're very entertaining. And sometimes English boxers do that here, but I don't think they do it as well as Dylan White. Like it really looks.
The hype was amazing.
like it looks like you
Dylan
know, like,
made that fight. He made that fight what
Yeah.
it was. The whole pay-per-view thing. Everyone wanted to see that
Yeah.
because of what he was doing.
So are they really?
And he's smart because at the end of the day, he's counting his money now. Do you get me?
Yeah.
No matter what people are saying and everything.
Is there really animosity between them then? To an extent.
Yeah, there is, but not. It's not that deep. They just
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
each other.
What about his comments about Stormzy? What are your thoughts on that? Because I see you tweet that.
The thing is,
For anyone who didn't know, yeah, he said Stormzy couldn't say shout to his face or he'd get banged.
nah, he couldn't. He couldn't. Like, it's not. It is what it is. He can't. He couldn't. So it's obvious, isn't it? So, but.
But do you think
The
he
thing
should have
is- the
taken it
thing is-
personal that Stormzy walked out with?
I kind of took it personal, not because not put that personal, but I was thinking, hang on, like, do you get me? He's from the ends, like, do you get what I'm saying? And like, where's he going? Do you get me? But I didn't take it that personal. I said, alright, sweet, and that. But
So
I
you
think
think?
I don't think Stormy should have made that song, that latest one he done, and that because it's not a rap battle thing. Dylan's not a rapper, so it's causing.
Yeah, but then
animosity.
Stormzy's not a boxer,
Yeah, but
and Dylan said Stormzy can get banged, but he's not a boxer.
No, he said if he told because the whole thing was
Yeah.
like shut up or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He said he could never say that to my face and all that, and he knows that and that. So, you know,
Did you jump in the ring when it kicked off? Was you one of the guys? You was one of the guys.
See how he had his hint?
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. So Anthony Joshua, do you rate him as a fighter?
yeah, he's good. He's good.
Powerful guy.
He is powerful. He's got a lot to learn as well. Still, they both have, but they're only just coming up. Remember the best in the world. They're 34 and 0 and they've had 30. These lot have only had what 14, 15, 16
Yeah.
fights and that. So they're both still learning. But it's great for British boxing.
How did you and Dylan become friends recently? Or
Nah,
you've been friends since young?
before I started fighting and
Oh,
that. So
really?
he taught me a lot in K1 and stuff. He's heavyweight as well. So like he taught me a lot coming into this fight and stuff and everything.
So is there anyone that you really want to fight, like in your realm?
No, it's not. I don't take it personal. It's whoever's next.
And is there anyone that you just wouldn't fight? Is there anyone you're scared of fighting?
No.
No
you
one
can't-
at all?
You can't be. If you want to be the best, you can't be scared of anyone.
So who's like at the top of the food chain in UFC?
For me, for UFC, it's John Jones. He's coming back. Daniel Cormier is coming back. Anthony Johnson's number 2.
So surely you must want to fight
who I
those.
just lost to and I just fought him.
Okay.
And that's what I lost to.
Oh, so you made your way up the
Yeah,
food chain pretty
yeah.
What are your
swiftly.
statistics right now, innit?
Mine,
Yeah.
15 wins, 2 losses with 14 knockouts.
And have you ever been knocked out yourself?
The 2 losses.
The 2 losses.
They weren't knockouts. They was like TKO. Like the ref stopped it and that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
out for a second and then
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
like sleeping.
Yeah, yeah. So are those really like your first losses in?
Yeah, they're my only 2 losses in my whole life.
They're in UFC as well, those 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No losses in.
But at the time, the person I lost to was number 1, and the last person I lost to, he just fought for the title, so he was number 1 as well.
So you've lost to 2 number 1.
Yeah, fighters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She can't even feel upset about that. Too upset. You can't be too hard on yourself.
I am, but it's
Yeah.
different people, innit?
So how long do you think you're gonna fight for now left?
Till I'm ready to, till I don't enjoy it no more.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Who's your favourite fighter of all time from England in boxing, for example? Because I don't think
In England?
Yeah, from England. You can't really say UFC because it hasn't been around that long. And you are
Maybe
the first
Prince
one.
Nassim.
Really?
Yeah.
Why him?
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah. He was knocking people out from doing backflips and all that. He's entertaining, isn't it?
So you're obviously a supporter of the sport. Do you think it should be introduced to younger kids
100%.
across the country?
100%. I've got run my own gym in Croydon, and we do a lot of work with schools and kids classes and stuff like that and everything. And I think definitely 100%. Like
So it should
for kids like myself, like with energy and stuff like that, and that like 100%. If I'd have known about MMA or could train MMA or whatever when I was 5-10 years old or whatever.
Can you
Great.
train from that young?
Yeah, of course.
5?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, for real?
Definitely. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Let's talk about your love for UK music then. What kind of artists are you feeling right now? You said obviously you was a huge fan of Gigs. He's brought you out once.
He's brought him out once.
Gigs.
Yeah, but he brought him out.
Oh.
Yeah. Shut up.
You get.
I like what my boys Crept Conan are doing.
Yeah.
And that.
Did you know them before?
Yeah, I've known since I was young.
You ever
Before
taught
all that.
any of them to fight?
No, well, a couple of them, not them actually, but
Yeah.
people around. Who else? I don't really listen to UK
Oh,
kind
for
of
real?
sort of stuff. No, I don't really like it.
Why?
Sorry, everybody.
It's not like they can do anything to you
Yeah.
anyway, so it's cool.
No.
Well,
I don't know, cause I think I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I'm fussy with music. I like older kind of music, but I like some new stuff.
Biggie
And
and
that,
Tupac.
and like Jay-Z and all that, like the proper stuff and everything. Not
You said the proper stuff.
yeah.
Wow.
Let's
Not-
not, you look like
not
a
all the
serious
shit.
watch guy.
I like my watches.
Yeah. Would you say that's your weakness in terms of like?
It's not. I would say it's a
Expenditures.
weakness. I've done it. I've had watches since I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I've always and that.
You're also, as well as watches, obviously into your hip hop and stuff. Are you part of Inc? What is it called? Some anti-fur campaign. I read earlier. Is that true?
That's
Is
something.
that a passion of yours?
I wouldn't say it's a passion, but
Break it down. What is it about?
Listen, I like animals
Okay.
and stuff. So I think they got food because I think I tweeted something about animals, and then they got that PETA. People got in contact with me.
Okay.
I've done something with them about fur and everything, and that's it really.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So when's the next fight?
Hopefully May, June. It all depends how well my arm heals. And it's only been 2 weeks since the operation, so I'm starting to get. It was I tore the tendon in my bicep. So yeah, it all depends how quick the injury heals, and that's it really.
Is it usually like a long process?
They said 6 weeks till I can start training and stuff. So maybe 3 months or something like that.
And for
3-4
someone who's
months.
used to training, because I can see that you're still in the gym, you're doing legs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is good. Guys do legs as well. Sometimes just do legs. But
You need
is
legs,
it, how does that make you feel? Because usually I'm assuming that you exhaust yourself, and now you're having to be a bit limited.
Definitely, you scratch the walls when you're indoors and everything. But I got a lot of stuff what keeps me busy. And everything. I've got 3 other businesses what I do, and that keeps me busy.
What's that? Are we allowed to ask?
I've got a car hire company. I've got the gym,
Sick.
and I've got a skip hire company as well. Do like waste management and that.
Alright.
Okay.
And that's it.
Entrepreneur.
Last question. Do you know how many people you've knocked out in your life? Like, do you know that number?
No.
You work. Right, you lost count.
Officially, it's
He said
14
officially.
on paper.
For a professional fighter, if you lose, if you get into a fight now though, you'd
Yeah.
lose your license,
I think
right?
there'll be problems. I think
Do you lose your license?
it just doesn't look good. It just
Okay.
doesn't look good. And you do get disciplined for it.
Because I heard for professional fighters, you know, if you
I
get
think
caught
boxing,
into a fight,
boxing, you get like your boxing license and
taken
stuff
away,
like that.
yeah, even if it's-
for MMA, there's no actual license and that, but you've got like your employers who you fight for, like you know
raw. So if it kicks off, you can actually just like, you can finish, man.
Finish him.
Like that's mad, isn't it? No restrictions.
Right.
Dangerous. All right.
That's what it is, man.
So before you kind of, you know, called South London your home, I believe you were born in America, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was born in Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
My dad went to uni there. That's why I was there and that. And then I moved back to Then they moved back to Nigeria. I was brought up there till I was 10, and I came here to London. 'Cause my mum's half British,
And half American.
half Nigerian.
Oh, half Nigerian, half
Yeah.
British.
Yeah.
Oh, and your dad's Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay. You
Yeah.
ain't got an accent at all, though.
Nah.
Like
I
some
was brought up.
people-
It's London. We're in London, aren't we?
Yeah, I know, but some people would either hold on to
A little
some of the
twang.
American accent, you know, because like, say if you were born in America, yeah, and you go back to Nigeria, you're gonna pretend that you was American for 10 years.
I can't with you. Oh, just quickly, who named you that you're called the poster boy?
I get
Who
asked
named you this?
I get asked this all the time. I just like for my first fight, me and like my daughters and everything, like we had the posters and you go and give out the posters and stuff. And it's like, oh, the poster boy, sort of thing. Do you get me? And then
Is that why they called you that?
I thought no, like I want to be the poster boy of MMA for like England, for London or whatever. Do you get me? And that was it.
Have you ever felt sorry for an opponent after knocking them out? You thought,
Nah.
Never?
Nah. Because they're training to do the same thing to you,
yeah.
and you sign a contract.
So what if someone that you knew, like that you knew in another life you hadn't seen for ages, you ended up having to fight them? How would you feel about that? Back to the film again, the two brothers.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to fight them because I wouldn't really want to fight, and I try not because it does happen in MMA, like two people of the same weight division, but they're training partners, and then they have to fight each other and sort of thing. And I try and avoid stuff like that because when you train with someone, it's kind of personal sort of thing. You're learning together, you're sweating together and everything. So you become friends and stuff. You get me?
So this is the big fight. They're saying, okay, it's you two. You two are the two people. This is the big money prize. This is what
We'll have
you're.
to cross that line when we get there.
You know, you said you don't feel sorry for your opponent if you knock them out and whatever else. So do you think that Anthony Joshua, which was a talking point, should have approached Dylan once that fight was done?
Maybe
not in terms of feeling sorry for him, but
to like show respect to them. Maybe, but at the same time, he just won. Maybe he didn't think to, or nothing, and everything happened fast, didn't it? Dylan got taken out by doctors, and they didn't stay in the ring, and that was it really. But the beef isn't that they don't like it, or Dylan don't like him, he don't like Dylan, whatever. And
do you know why
it's
it
not
seems
that
a little
deep,
bit
though.
real? Because he said on Sky, this is how I know that this is like the best time for like black people. Because Dylan White said to Anthony Joshua on Sky Sports, I was on Morocco watching this. He said, I lent you my trousers before a rave. I thought, bro, why did you say
Listen,
that? Like, what was that about?
see Dylan, he don't give a shit. You know, you try and tell him something, he doesn't give a shit. He'll say what he wants, and he'll do what he wants, and that's
He was
it.
going in on Derek
Chisora.
Chisora as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Was
I was there when Derek tried to come in the changing room, and that. And
Well, after the
after the fight, yeah.
He said Derek came to the changing room after the fight and he told him to leave.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And he ran off
in the
as well.
worst way than told him to leave.
Wow.
But yeah.
You
It is what it is. It is
That's
what it
crazy.
is, man. Like, it is what it is, man. They're all boxers, innit? So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, no, that's what's up.
Nah, big up Derek, big up Dylan, big up Anthony, man. All good.
Shout out Dillian, the villain.
All right then, bro.
Respect, man.
Nice one,
Thank
man.
you. Thanks for
Respect.
having me.
Jimmy
Cheers.
Manua,
Thank you.
Lions Eat First.
Brother.
Not for the radio, NFTR.
Hashtag NFTR.